welcome back to another episode of Why I Hate This Movie. I'm your host, Derek Rios, and with always my co-host and heterosexual life mate, Danny Newton. Say hi, Danny.
Hello, Derek. How are you?
I'm doing all right. So today we're talking about Surf Ninjas.
Yes. Smash hit.
This is a mixture between Three Ninjas spoof.
Yes. This
meets surfing.
Yeah.
I guess.
This is Three Ninjas made money, so we can too.
Okay.
This is also, hey, we bought all this surplus crap from from Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So we can rent an entire country real cheap right now.
When did Street Fighter came out? 90?
I think it was 92 or 93.
Okay, well, this is 93.
Yes.
We got an interesting cast.
Yes.
And it randomly throws in Rob Schneider in there.
Yeah.
As a teenager.
Yeah. Rob Schneider, the mid-30s, 16-year-old.
It's believable.
It's not believable.
And I have no idea why he's in this movie.
Me either.
He's pretty much ignored the whole movie. And I know he's supposed to be a comedic relief.
But we got multiple comedic reliefs in this.
We did.
So we didn't need him.
No.
So.
Because the little kid is kind of like supposed to be the comedic relief. But then they give him magical powers.
And then later on, the cop is also comedic relief. I would argue that kind of the air quotes ninja is comedic relief. There's no ninjas in this movie.
Well, there's not really surfing in this movie either, so.
There's more surfing than there are ninjas.
There is B-roll of surfing. You're right.
They're running around with swords, but they are not ninjas.
All right, so we start off.
Yeah.
And we're getting a little bit of backstory from Ernie Reyes.
Yes.
Senior. Which, so him and his son in there. Ernie Reyes Jr. is there.
Yeah.
Is in this, and he's a teenager. He's actually young in this.
Yeah, it's a father-son collaboration.
Yeah. Which, I enjoy.
Yeah.
Ernie Reyes Jr. is a badass.
Yes.
He's actually a legit martial artist and does a bunch of competitions and stuff. I've always enjoyed a lot of his action scenes.
So earlier in this movie, they have him like hidden under a bunch of baggy clothes and like overalls and stuff. So he looks like a soft kid.
Yeah.
But as soon as the end of this movie starts rolling around, he's like fucking just shirt ripped off.
Yep.
Yeah, dude is ripped.
He's a little guy, but yeah, he is all muscle.
Yes.
And I guess they just didn't, because he's supposed to develop into this magical fighter just through powers of lineage.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mystical.
He gets his fighting ability from magic.
Yep.
I'm sure. If that's what we're going with, it's fine.
Yep.
Fine by me. I don't need a training montage. If you say pick up the sword, swing it around your head, now you're ready to take on any opponent, I believe you, Conan.
Yeah. Which, I mean, he does have one fight scene, the training montage with his father.
Yeah.
Which he just immediately excels beyond his father's capabilities. So, yeah, he's an expert.
Yeah. I mean, I'm cool with that. If you say magic exists, I'm fine with it.
Okay. Magic exists.
Okay.
In the real world.
I don't know about that. Nothing about my day-to-day seems magical.
Oh.
Except for you.
Oh. Gay?
No. You said hetero.
Yeah. Not.
That means
homo. Anyways.
They don't really do a good job of explaining their backstory in this film.
No.
Apparently, these kids are from a magical kingdom that they should remember some of, but they just don't.
Yeah.
And their magical kingdom was rolled by Leslie Nielsen.
Yes. Leslie Nielsen is the bad guy. And he doesn't have many scenes in this.
No.
But they are silly.
They are, even for a movie that's supposed to be a lighthearted comedy, his scenes are dumb.
It's so bad. Yeah. His scenes don't make sense.
No.
And he just has like generic bad guys. The fact that they got rolled by him and hit whatever army he has is really sad.
He's dressed like a samurai.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's wearing like the hard, like essentially turtle shell like that, right?
Armor.
Yeah. I had to rub my eyes and make sure I was seeing what I thought I was seeing. Why is the Naked Gun attacking this movie? But man.
So apparently, yeah, he rules their nation. He kills their parents.
Yeah.
Ernie Reyes, he's the uncle. He's the king's brother.
Yeah.
And he's also the general. And he takes the children and flees. Even though while they were fleeing, the bad guy has a rock collapse on him.
No. He has an elephant stomp on his head.
An elephant stomps on him.
Yeah.
At that point, it's like, oh, hey,
you're dead.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're dead listening, Nielsen.
Even he did, so he survives, right? But they put mechanical parts on him.
He's a cyborg.
He's half cyborg.
I have no idea why his arm is a machine when the elephant only stomped his face.
Well, maybe his arm was in the way too. But it's more of like half of his body is supposed to be machine.
Yeah. He's like Darth Vader. He's more machine now than man.
Sure.
Yeah.
But at that point, it's like, oh, hey, maybe we could win the battle.
You think he was a Darth Vader spoof?
No.
Because you'd think his whole face would be covered then, right?
But they put him, he's wearing half blackface.
Yeah. And he's wearing like black armor and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling like he's supposed to be Darth Vader.
I have no idea what the fuck he's supposed to be.
He's bad is what he is, though.
Yeah.
He couldn't have needed the paycheck this bad.
People do some bad things for paychecks, and he's done some bad things for paychecks. I tell you.
I don't know. After our little backstory, Uncle whoever gives these children to rando American.
He was a trusted ally who I guess has smuggled in stuff from the real world.
Sure.
Because this fake land of Patusan doesn't really exist.
No. It's Tibet.
Yeah. Well, pretty much.
It's wherever Street Fighter was shot.
Yeah. Which is also a fake made up land. But the funny thing is, Ernie Reyes Jr. is in a couple. He's in some movie and a spinoff show. The spinoff show is called Sidekicks, but in that, the character he plays is also from Patusan.
Yeah,
this is random.
A wink and a nod.
Yeah, it's like which Patusan originally was in some book, some fantasy author created.
Oh,
so I guess they just liked his work. Maybe there's a half cyborg guy in there too. I don't know.
So after that, we get present day of, them surfing and being little douchebags.
We get some B-roll surfing. Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry. They're not surfing. They have B-roll of surfers. Yes.
But then their surfing looks like somebody just swiped the camera under them and they got their hands out like they're riding a skateboard or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, whoa, dude. Totally tubular cool. It's like, oh, man, put the gun barrel in my mouth, bro.
No. And then, hey, this is Cali at its finest, all right?
Whoa.
It's just like this today.
Dude.
Chill out, bruh.
Like, you have brain damage, kid? Bruh.
It's just a different culture, okay? You wouldn't get it being from the South, all right? This is my culture.
I'm so sorry.
This is where I was born.
Well, we're like 20 years behind on everything, so it should be like that now, right? We should all be walking around doing that.
Well, we don't surf, so.
No, yeah. Not on water.
No, we just take a hood and
car hoods.
surf through mud.
But
yeah, so they're kind of living their life. And he's about to come of age. And there's some random prophecy, of course.
Yeah.
Where he's going to overthrow the tyrannical leader and restore peace to the nation.
Yeah. What prophecy is this?
No idea.
They
just vaguely mention it. Oh, it's a prophecy. When you turn 16. And
it's not real. It's not a real prophecy. It doesn't rhyme.
No, it doesn't rhyme.
All good prophecies rhyme.
Yes. And on top of that, for some reason, now the bad guy has sent henchmen to go murder them. So while they're just kind of living their daily life, you see random ninjas like flipping around in the background.
Like, how's nobody noticing this?
They show up at their school. They're like in class.
No, the one literally rises up out of the water to kill them while they're surfing.
Yeah. And then he gets hit in the head with the surfboard. He's like, oh, I think I hit a rock. And then his body just washes up on shore while some kid is building a sandcastle and just looks at him, and his body gets washed out into the ocean. Just a dead guy.
Like, I don't care how oblivious you are. I don't care how, dude, stupid you are. You can't not notice this happening around you. This small child
is already high and does not care about anything besides building a sandcastle.
Jesus. But after that, we meet their best friend, Rob Schneider, who decided to pose as a teenager to get into high school to pick up chicks at the age of 30.
Rob Schneider is a surf ninja.
Oh, my God. Dude is almost collecting a Social Security check in high school.
he's like barely 30. So, anyways, he looks like a child.
He does not look like a child.
He has his hair bleached or something. You know, I'm sure he was someone's nephew, and he just got in this movie somehow. Okay?
I have no idea. They needed, but they didn't need him as comic relief. That's the thing that puzzles me.
But we needed more white people in this movie.
Apparently. Apparently, we needed representation other than the bad guy.
Yeah. It's like, we need a good guy on the white people's side.
We can't have all the white people be bad guys all the time.
Yeah. So they go to school, and the young one's real dumb.
Yeah.
He can't point out Spain on a map.
I mean, granted, most Americans couldn't point out Spain on a map. Most Americans couldn't point out any other country on a map.
That's probably true. A lot of our senators can't point out. But
can you point out America, the United States on this map?
It's the big one over there.
It's the larger one in this general area. It's Canada. You're pointing at Canada.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Close enough.
That's America. You didn't say United States of America.
Duh.
Anyways, yeah. While this kid's at school, a ninja like pops open the window.
Yeah,
about to murder him. And then the whole time, all these ninjas. Yeah, this in class. Like, is this a stealth mission? Like, do you don't think anyone's gonna notice this?
How does this entire classroom plus the teacher not notice a ninja fight happening right here at this window? As impossible.
There's always at least one kid staring out the window, wishing they wasn't sitting in that classroom.
Yeah,
always.
You don't think a kid's ever gonna look up like there's ninjas fighting out there? Shut up, go back to sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
It's so painfully bad.
So yeah, the whole time these ninjas show up, and then the uncle saves them. Then he finally reveals himself. They attack and then kidnap the uncle.
They
kidnap their dad. Their
surrogate father,
who doesn't really seem to care that much about him or really be invested as a father. I guess he is enough to like, hey, you live here. Here's some food. Actually, he didn't cook. He has a business, right? He has a restaurant. Yeah. I think Rob Schneider is a cook there.
I don't know.
He shows up and starts cooking for them.
No, but that's at their house.
At their house.
He shows up at their house randomly and starts eating their food and cooking in their kitchen. Like, what? What are you doing in my house, Rob Schneider?
But then later, they attack the restaurant.
Yeah.
And Rob Schneider's wearing an apron, like he's a cook or something.
Maybe he works there. Maybe he does. I don't know.
Maybe he is just a cook, and he just decided to go back to school.
Well, I mean, he's 30. He needs to get a job somewhere.
He's got to feed his kids. He's got to make some money. Maybe it's one of those like, okay, we'll just let this guy come back to school and finish off his GED.
Yeah,
I feel bad for him. Okay.
Oh my goodness. So,
was he in school? Are we sure he was at school?
No, he was in school. He was in school with them. 100% in school with them. No questions.
Okay.
He was there.
Okay.
As a student. Not like the lunch lady or something. Yeah. He didn't work there.
There's also this whole subplot going on where Rob Schneider starts this, where he says,
"It's like, what if that actually happened?"
Yeah, he starts a what if I was king? And then,
apparently that's his magical power. Is if he says, "What if blah happens?"
Yeah,
it happens.
What if your house explodes?
And then her house exploded. What if we fall down this hill? Then he falls down this hill. It's just His what ifs, while convenient, are never beneficial.
No. Because it's never like, hey man, what if I won the lottery?
Yeah.
Because none of it actually matters. It's just more of like observation. It's just he's observing what's happening in front of him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, hey, there's a big hill here. What if I fell down it? And then he falls down it.
Observational humor.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider's a funny guy. Rob Schneider's a laugh riot.
Hey, man, he's on tour right now. You can go watch Rob Schneider. He just came through our area like 6 months ago.
Really?
I knew a guy that went and watched Rob Schneider.
Is this tickets on Groupon? I don't know. Is it real cheap to get in there?
No, everything's on Ticketmaster. They own everything. Everything's expensive. Sorry.
Oh, my God. You could just buy an entire Rob Schneider show for a couple $100.
No, I'm sure his tickets are probably expensive, like everything else.
I bet they're not. I bet anything a Rob Schneider ticket is like $10 at the most.
No, I bet you it's at least $60, $70.
What? No, I would never pay that much to see Rob Schneider. Fuck that.
What is it? $100?
Oh no, it's not $100.
Okay,
it's not like Chappelle balcony money.
Yeah,
I would pay $100 to see Dave Chappelle. I would not pay $43 to see Rob Schneider.
That's almost $50. I told you.
Oh my goodness. Rob Schneider tickets start at $43. However, prices can vary. Yeah, sure.
$43 are the bad tickets, Danny.
No, I wouldn't pay $43 for a fucking front row ticket to a Rob Schneider show.
Well, you're going to pay a lot more than $43. Hey, man, the Schneider is popping, okay?
If I could be like, Rob Schneider, what was it like to work in Demolition Man? I still wouldn't be. I would not pay.
Yeah, dude, he's all the Adam Sandler movies. He has one-liners in.
No, nope.
He is got it going on. Okay?
He's a laugh riot.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh man.
So after they get attacked and the father gets taken away, the uncle is now kind of taking care of him, and he tells them their backstory of where they came from. For some reason, Rob Schneider thinks he's the prince, and it's a running joke, right?
Yeah.
That I'm the actual prince, and they're decoys.
Yes.
Well, his whole plan, the uncle's plan, was to take them to Batu-san back there to restore the nation,
where they're easier to be killed.
And but since they have their father and they're taking them there anyways, the kids are like, "Hey, we gotta go there," and the uncle's like, "Well, that's why we need to go anyways." So how convenient.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yep.
Oh, they've also met a cop by now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What was his name? Tone something?
Tone Loke.
Yeah.
Or was it Tone?
Loke Tone, something like that. Basically, if you've ever needed a cheap rapper
Tone
to
Loke.
be in your movie or do voice work or something like that, this is the guy.
Whatever.
This is the guy that was in everything in the 90s.
He was in Ace Ventura.
Yes.
He was in Bebe's Kids.
Yes.
It was awesome. He's done a lot of stuff.
He's done a lot of voice work. He was in a lot of movies.
He has a very unique voice.
He was in a lot of TV shows, and I think he still is. But literally, if you need like great value voice work, this is your guy.
He's just got a deep, raspy voice, and it's pretty easy to.
I need ethnic and smokes at least 2 packs of Marlboros a day.
There you go.
And I need it cheap. You call this guy.
Yeah, he's randomly kind of inserted in there, and he's just the LAPD cop that doesn't believe them at first, right?
Right.
Because who would?
Yeah, ninjas are trying to kill you. Sure, kid. Yeah, sure. But then as he's walking away from their house, he tells the 2 cops that are like on stake out there, "Hey, keep an eye on these kids. I think ninjas are trying to kill them."
Which they do die to ninjas, so yeah. They were doing a very good job. But they weren't really ninjas, so whatever.
Yeah.
So they're Asian.
Yeah. All Asians are ninjas.
Pretty much.
I don't care where you're at from the Asia area. You're a ninja.
Yeah. If you have a sword and you're Asian, you just get lumped in. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Not as dark as this guy, but you're not as white as that guy. You're a ninja. Go do kung fu or something. I'm from Brazil.
I mean,
close enough. You're a ninja.
Ernie Ray Jr. played a Brazilian. So this is also around the same time that they start developing their powers. They get attacked at their home.
Right.
So the first thing you see is the kid has an old handheld game.
It was new then.
Well,
Sega Game Gear.
It's a Sega Game Gear, which is brand new.
Yeah.
Then.
This is one of the few handheld consoles I owned when I was a kid. It was a Game Gear.
I never liked handheld consoles.
I didn't either. I much preferred an actual console. I never really owned a Game Boy. This is the only one I owned, and I didn't really have it for that long.
Yeah. I don't know why or how, but he starts seeing what's happening in reality inside the game.
Yeah.
And this is his power.
Right.
Type of...
If you die in real life, you die in the game.
Yeah.
But no, he sees glimpses of the future or something like that.
No, it's not the future.
No, it's the present.
It's a present.
But he's piloting the people around him like it's a video game.
Yeah. But he's not really controlling anything.
He's not really controlling anything.
But he's watching a screen of what's happening around him. So he sees the cops die outside.
Well, that's not exactly true. When they're at the restaurant or whatever and they're fighting ninjas.
Says that, but...
He's like, oh, there's a squid here. Okay, cool. And he reaches and grabs the squid out of the tank. He's like, oh, I'll throw the squid at the guy's face. He throws the squid at him.
So he's not controlling them, but he seems to be spawning items into reality.
Yeah.
He spawns chopsticks into his uncle's hands.
Yes.
And he spawned the squid into the tank.
Yes. But then later he just does it with the power of his mind without the console when he just spawns surfboards. Actually, he doesn't spawn surfboards.
No.
He recruits their new slave labor to cut down all the trees and make surfboards.
But no, he gets the idea. He turns in his mind. He sees the surfboards, and then he makes the workers that they freed.
Yeah,
but those are his people, anyways.
Right,
and it's obviously a monarchy, whatever they have.
God, these people, they'd follow anybody.
At the end, they do the right thing and give it back to democracy.
Yeah,
it has a good message, right? Democracy always wins.
Yeah. So. We go overseas.
No, they don't go overseas yet.
Oh, okay.
Now we got to meet the love interest.
Oh, that's right. The living legend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly who? Who's that? Kelly. Who? And, yeah, she's young.
Yeah, she's very young in this.
She's still looking good.
Like, I don't know if I feel... She's young enough in this. I don't know if I feel comfortable saying that.
Well...
Is she the teenager in this?
No, I think she's like in her 20s too.
Well, she's still real young. I mean, she's not like middle-aged like Rob Schneider.
I think she's 30.
In this?
Mm-hmm.
You're kidding me. There's no way. No way. She can't be 30 in this.
Yeah, she was 25.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
As long as she ain't drawing her pension like Schneider, it's fine. Yeah.
Who was only like 31. But yeah, you're right. She's so much younger.
Yeah, technically. 6 years. It's a lot of years.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's not that many.
Yeah. It's a few. 6 years.
6. Whatever.
But yeah.
You're still playing a 16-year-old as a 25-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you're right. It is just the way it was in the 90s, all right? Because... I mean, we had Johnny Rico playing as a teenager, and he was like 45.
It was all the 90210 guys were like 30 playing teenagers. That's just how it was.
Yeah. But
they go to her restaurant, and so she is actually supposed to be engaged to him.
Yes.
Yeah, they had an arranged marriage between their it was just an agreement between the parents.
Yeah.
So she's just instantly like, okay, I guess
I'm property.
Yeah.
Then she just decides somewhere along the line that she's not property anymore.
Well, after she starts beating people up and realizing, oh, I'm kind of a badass.
Yeah, she gets superpowers as well.
Yeah, I am. Just by proxy, she gets it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we can date, but I am my own woman, and I'm going to decide who I want to.
I was like, oh my God, shut up, bitch! Jesus Christ, get back in the fucking kitchen where you belong. Make me a sandwich.
Okay.
What?
I don't care if she can do whatever she wants. I don't care.
Yeah. Kelly Who's never done any wrong. But so we get that, and then we get a fight at a Chinese restaurant. Because, of course, they own a Chinese restaurant.
They don't, which is funny because they're like, oh, this is the best Patusan food in the whole...
In America.
But it's like, it was obviously just a generic Chinese place.
Yeah.
And on top of that, no one's ever heard of Patusan.
Right.
Or ever been there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But at least they don't do the normal trope that every person that works there that's Asian knows Kung Fu.
Yeah. That's
they all just flee.
It blows my mind. It blows my mind that Leslie Nielsen is taking over this country with samurais, right? With swords and shit.
He's the White Death.
During a period of time where, like, we got, like, fighter jets and stuff, bro. It's like, you don't think it'd be on the news somewhere that there was a samurai battle over in this?
I'm sure it happens today. What, you think they're going to intervene? This country's having a civil war or something like that? Some white guy happens to be leading.
I just feel we should feel obligated to intervene since we just liberated this country from M. Bison. Okay?
This is what happens when you liberate a country. You take down one dictatorship and a new one takes over.
Then we install this puppet king, and then Leslie Nielsen comes along and is like, no, not having that.
Yeah. Maybe he was the one leading the uprising. Who knows? Okay.
I'm just saying this is all America's fault.
Yeah. 100%.
Every tin pot dictator in the world is America's fault.
Pretty much. The CIA had something to do with this.
Yes, definitely.
The CIA and Van Damme.
That's why Mac was there. He was their local CIA handler.
Probably. So they get on a boat and take off. The cop actually follows them and hops on the boat too. And it's like, hey, I'm going to get you guys out of here.
Gotta take a boat, man. There's no airports at Patusan.
Yeah.
Nowhere around it.
But the funny part is they would have been on this boat for like a week at least.
No, longer than that.
Yeah.
Longer than that. It'd probably been almost a month. If you ship something and you don't send it airmail, it takes almost a month to get overseas.
Well, we don't know exactly where this is at.
True.
But I'm guessing Malaysia.
Yeah. I mean, literally.
It probably would take like a month. But
yeah,
at least 2 weeks. But I mean, it's not like, shipping. It's not a shipping boat, right?
It looked like a cargo ship to me.
Yeah, you're right. It did.
It was literally like, hey, they're going to let us rent this boat for a couple hours so we can just walk around the deck. And then we're going to CGI it into our rubber dinghy as we're going to the beach. Man, I'm just saying the warriors of Leslie Nielsen's ninja army must be trembling in fear to see this group storming the beach.
Mm-hmm.
They all ran away. They make it unopposed.
So it's obviously where they fight at the end. It's on an island.
Yeah.
But there's like a bigger part of the island.
Yeah.
And then where they go to, or at least it's on the coast there.
Well, they have to do, rally the peasants, right?
It looks like mainland Asia, but then the castle is on an island.
Yeah. For some reason.
Well, fortification reasons, right?
Right.
That way you don't get raided from the mainland.
Yeah, I hate for a bunch of people to, come across this narrow strait on rafts to invade us.
Or wood boards.
Is everybody sleeping? How do they not see this happening? They're chopping down the entire forest to make surfboards. No lookouts at all?
Well, they said they have guns pointing towards the island, or towards the mainland, I guess.
Yeah.
But I guess not away. Because no one would ever be brave enough to invade an island from the ocean.
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
Who would? But here's the thing: there's one jet could just fly by and just end this whole place.
I mean, just because there's guns pointed at the mainland doesn't mean there's people behind those guns.
No. Which every time it cuts to Leslie Nielsen doing bad, evil things, which he has a running joke where he answers the phone. And they hang up because it hits the answer machine and they just hang up.
Yeah.
And as he never answers his phone in time. That's the running joke.
So
remember
painful.
that? Remember answering machines? It's funny.
So painful.
And the whole time he has random people in cages and they just laugh at him.
We skipped over one of the best parts.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider stole Mac's Playboy stash. So he could jerk off to Playboys. Kids movie.
Well, you know.
Yeah, you know.
What else was you doing as a kid, Danny?
I guess jerking off Playboys, getting attacked by ninjas. You know, this is stuff we all go through.
Pre-internet. That's all you had to do.
Yes. So, oh God.
Actually, the best part of the movie we skipped over, and that was when they were doing the automobile surfing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if this was a thing.
Yeah.
But I have never heard of this. It's the stupidest fucking
thing. This is a thing.
Really?
This is a thing.
I did not remember this.
It's not that distant past here. I remember this when we were kids. I do not remember this. I remember kids doing this when we were kids.
Auto surfing.
Yes.
I remember people like standing on the vehicle.
Yes. They used to do this. They would also ski. They would hop out the side of their vehicle and ski.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But they literally had paddles and they were acting like they were canoeing in a vehicle.
The paddles thing caught me off guard. But I do remember people in like, T-tops and stuff like that surfing their vehicle. Literally standing up in the seat, putting one foot on the wheel and surfing their vehicle.
That's the difference. But they were doing that.
No.
They were doing something that was like a weird knockoff.
They were rowboating their Jeep.
And a cop had this other car pulled over that was also auto surfing. And he found
what's this boat paddle doing here, huh?
I wish I was wrong. Obviously, you're auto surfing because why the fuck else would you have a boat paddle in your vehicle?
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember the boat paddle thing. But
I'll never look at it or the same way.
The skiing thing was something that people would do with their vehicles. You would see it all the time on motorcycles, though. It was very common with motorcycles.
Well, that was a trick, though.
Yeah, but you'd have like little special steel brackets you would put over your boots.
So they're on the island.
Yeah, they're on an island now.
And they're just going to go and ignore all the... They come across a chain gang, right?
Right.
And they're like, oh, well, let's skirt this.
Yeah.
Who is it? Rob Schneider falls down?
No.
The child. Yeah.
Yeah. The little kid falls down with Tone Lock.
Tone Lock, yeah. They fall down this little cliff after Rob Schneider curses them with his powers.
Yes.
And
what if somebody falls? This cliff is dangerous.
Mm-hmm. And they fall.
It didn't seem to be that dangerous.
No. They slide down. It's pretty casual. The kid, which is a really weird scene. So Tone Lock
goes down this thing face first.
Face first, sliding on his stomach, and the kid's just riding him like a raft down this mountain.
Oh, man.
I think this is a hate crime.
It felt like it. It felt like it.
So they immediately get caught.
Yes.
And then they're like, okay, I guess we have to go save them now.
Right.
And we might as well save these other people while we're at it.
I wish Leslie Nielsen would have bought bullets for their guns.
You would think so. They were wearing, they looked like the exact same outfits from John Rambo.
The soldiers were wearing the blue camo. They're wearing the Street Fighter blue camo.
Yep. This looks like a scene from John Rambo, but without all the horrible shit.
Yeah.
Them murdering people.
I would have loved.
And tossing babies into fires.
Yeah. I would have loved if there was a scene with this chain gang and they just like throw landmines randomly into a rice field and make them run across it.
That would have been good.
Really up the stakes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're right. This Leslie Nielsen guy really needs to be taken out of power here. They're really treating these people bad.
But the most they're making them do is just clean up the streets, apparently.
Yeah.
Like they're just normal criminals.
Yep.
These might be normal criminals.
Yeah.
How do we know?
These kids aren't actually from this country anymore.
They have no idea.
They literally could have just freed a bunch of hardened criminals.
Although, you were right. He was like at least 2 or 3 years old when they fled the country. You think he'd have some memories of something.
The youngest one
was a baby.
He's probably like a year old. But the older brother is like, what, 5 years older than him, maybe?
I don't think he's
significantly older than him.
It's like 3 or 4.
So he was
old enough to remember them happening. Yeah. Like he'd have some trauma, like his parents being murdered by this guy and stuff.
If I can remember riding my first bicycle at that age, he could remember his entire kingdom getting sacked by Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah. I mean,
Right?
but then again, maybe it's all trauma and he just blocked it out.
No. No. That's far too stupid for this movie.
So they free these criminals.
Yes.
Or the locals, however you want to look at it.
I mean, they don't speak the language.
No.
So they could literally be saying, yeah, we were arrested for raping and robbing and plundering the village down the street.
Well, it's like old people, so I don't know.
They've been arrested for a while.
You're right. But no, they have a translator. Well, they have two people that speak the language at least.
Yeah.
They have Kelly, she's with them now.
Yeah.
And they also have
but
the uncle.
Uncle over here is like, these are definitely the kind of people we need, rapists and murderers.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't tell them that, but he knows.
Well, what kind of people do you think you would need to retake an enemy force? You want soldiers.
Yeah, ruthless people.
You're not going to go like, hey, old people with pitchforks or that are farmers. That's not what you want to recruit.
Then they roll it, after they save these people from soldiers who, I guess all their trigger fingers are just broken. I don't know. Like,
maybe their guns weren't real. Maybe they just took over the nation with fake guns.
It could be.
Maybe that's how easy it was. Their strategy to take this castle
right
on an island is, okay, we're going to build some surfboards, and all these locals who, I have some experience being on an island, and I can tell you, none of the locals go swimming or know how to swim. And a few of them may be able to surf and know how to swim, but majority of them, that's just there.
Yeah.
There's no way. Could you imagine D-Day or just an invading force coming on surfboards? 90% of the people would just be like wipe out swimming and get lost in the ocean.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Because they went around, so it's not, they didn't take the narrow part.
You're right.
So they would just be trickling in over a period of time, and none of them would show up on time.
This should have been, you're right. This should have been like Omaha Beach.
Yeah.
Right.
They could just have one guy with a gun just capping these people as they come out of the water, because they're not coming out surfing.
Right. No, they're not coming out on their feet.
No.
They would be in the washing machine, right?
Yeah.
They would be coughing up their lungs.
Yeah.
Almost drowned.
Yeah.
Basically holding onto the board for dear life.
Exactly.
Yeah, they would be easy prey.
It would be
Oh.
It would be a bloodbath.
Yeah. And we've already established, because we do. We have a mechanized force that's heavily armed. He says, and they're attacking this place with sticks and shit.
Yep.
Oh my God. He'd be like, whoa, dude, surf's up. Bang. I saw you way back there, man.
You might want to go help those people. They're drowning. Half your force drowned on the way to the
getting fucking mauled by sharks.
Yeah. They'd be dead. There might be 100 leaving that beach. 10 made it.
Dude.
And then they just got shot immediately.
Oh, man. Oh. Those 10 that made it are the ones that were too scared to try to stand up.
Yeah.
They just kept hugging their board.
They were just, there's
until they washed up on shore.
And God forbid it's low tide.
Oh, no.
If the tide pulls them out.
Oh, your invasion just went real bad, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Massacre. Bloodbath.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah.
All their forces, I mean, maybe through the power of magic, whatever.
Yeah.
They land there. They storm the castle. And,
right.
Not really a castle. It's just like a temple.
Yeah.
Outside.
It's like a temple courtyard.
Yeah.
That they climb onto the ramparts of.
Well,
with zero opposition.
They go up like 1,000 flight stairs on this thing too.
Yeah.
To the top of the temple and then fight.
Yeah.
When they get up to the top, there's one poor soldier that they kick down this thing. And he rolls
4 times.
4 times.
Well, they kicked him down like 3 times, but he falls down willingly the 4th time.
Yeah. After the credits, that's the post-credit scene, is this guy finally makes it back up.
It's over, man. You lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been days. It's been days since they had lost because these people have cleaned up and removed the bad guys and are celebrating. Yeah. And he finally made it to the top of the stairs. And there's like, okay, it's over. And so he just rolls back down.
Our heroes. Leslie Nielsen super shredders himself.
I guess.
He beats himself.
I won't even say that.
Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad.
It's not, there's never a threat in this movie. And
his arm gets wet while he's fighting our heroine, and
the kid hacks his arm. And he starts choking himself.
No, he starts jerking off in the middle of this fight.
No, he starts choking himself.
No, he starts jerking off in the middle of this fight. You didn't notice that didn't compute with you?
No.
Go ahead.
No.
He does. He literally grabs his
quality dick. Was really bad.
He literally grabs his dick and starts jerking off in the middle of this fight.
He might punches himself in the dick. All right. Well, I'm watching.
You've got to see this. You've got it. Yes. Anyways.
Okay. He does not jerk off.
Now that we reviewed the tape.
the tape. He's not jerking off.
He grabs himself.
He grabs his nuts.
Oh, man.
Because for some reason, the kid has the power to control his mechanical arm during this fight.
Yes.
He chucks his Game Gear at him and knocks a gun out of his hand and runs over and picks up the Game Gear, which, you said pick up the gun.
Yes.
But that Game Gear is far more powerful than his magical powers.
I would pick up the gun.
No.
But you're right. It would be nonsensical to pick up the gun.
Yeah.
Why would you ever pick up a gun when a elephant stomped on this dude's brain and he lived through it? So what's a gun gonna do, right?
Yeah.
So
he gets defeated by falling into water.
Yes.
Because he's half
robot.
Robot.
Yes.
And they never thought, oh, maybe we should waterproof some of this.
Oh my god, dude! When you was just looking at the Game Gear game over screen, the look on your face of that's the racist thing I've ever seen.
So after he beats him, it keeps cutting back to his Game Gear. Well, the kid playing it, and then after the kid, it says "Game Over," and it shows this Asian kid, which is supposed to be him, and winning, and he's
cheering,
he's cheering, and he's just got the most racist Asian face you could think of.
It is legit glasses and buck teeth away from being the most racist it could possibly be.
Oh no.
I'm glad this kid didn't actually wear glasses.
Yes.
Because then
it'd be bad.
It would have been over the top.
Real bad.
I think you get canceled today easily for that.
So yeah, they freed their nation.
Yep.
Through the power of magic.
Yep.
And stupidity?
Definitely stupidity.
Oh, so during this fight, Ernie Reyes Jr., he has a sword, right? Because he learned a sword fight from the one scene where he was in the cave with his uncle.
Well, he touched the sword, so the magic automatically downloaded itself into him to give him the ability to sword fight.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
He starts blocking bullets.
Yes.
As if it's a lightsaber.
Yes. He goes full Jedi Master.
Maybe this is just a Star Wars spoof.
He bounced the bullets off of him, off of his sword.
He reflected it.
Yes. Back into the Jeep tires.
Yep.
And caused Leslie Nielsen to crash into a statue. And that got his arm wet. And made him not short out, but not short out. I don't know.
Yeah. He gets water on it, but he's like, oh, I guess I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's so stupid, man.
Really? Is dumb to you? Everything else. This is the part. This is the dumbest part.
I was great up until this moment.
Oh man,
you're right. He's Darth Vader. That's fucking.
He's Darth Vader.
Well, it's not because he's definitely not their father.
Right. Like it's as bad as this movie is, 3 Ninjas was so much worse. 3 Ninjas was so much worse.
You only think 3 Ninjas was worse.
Dude.
Wait until you see the sequels to 3 Ninjas. There's 3 of them.
I was actually able to sit down and watch this start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
And as dumb as it is, I was able to actually watch it from start to finish. I had to take breaks during Three Ninjas. Three Ninjas was a slog. I couldn't handle it. This
is over the top goofy. And
yeah.
Overall, it wasn't the worst thing.
This is way more Ninja Turtles than Three Ninjas.
Oh yeah,
ever could dream to be.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
because it's got surfers,
right?
But God, all the comedy is just so bad.
We literally had 4 turtles, an April O'Neil, and a Master Splinter, and they were fighting Shredder. Literally, they were fighting Super Shredder.
But there were also Star Wars characters.
They're also Star Wars characters. It's the layers to this onion. I swear, the depth. This is
the depth at which they copyrighted and stole
they ripped off stuff.
Things. You're right. It's amazing.
The layers. You cannot fully appreciate just the genius of this movie. Okay,
you're right. I can't.
It's too good.
Yeah.
It's too good.
It's something.
It's beyond you. This is beyond us.
Yeah. Where's our remake?
Oh God. I mean, Rob Schneider still needs the job.
Yeah, they could probably get him back.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be a great story. Ernie Reyes Jr. is still around too.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw a video. He was like, this is a few years back when he was like 50.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was doing roundhouse kicks just as good now, and he's fucking lightning fast with his feet.
Oh my God! What if they make a dark sequel to this? It's just gritty.
Yeah. That'd be great. That'd be good.
Rob Schneider still hangs out with him.
Yeah.
That their little brother gets killed or something.
Yeah, of course.
And they have to go on like a revenge mission. Oh,
their nation's been demolished and destroyed.
The little
Kelly Hu. We can get a Kelly Hu.
Yeah,
back.
Kelly Hu's still around.
Oh.
Yeah, and literally, but the little brother foresaw this coming and knew
the prophecy.
He saw the prophecy. This has to happen. I can't avoid this. I can't avoid my death.
Yeah, he's like Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sees the end of his timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need a whole MCU on this.
Right. So we need
a Surf Ninjas universe. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just a king. He's just a figurehead king of Patusan, like the British monarchy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he at the end of it, he dissolves it.
Yeah.
He says, yeah. So it would be just a democracy at that point. But.
Yes. But by this time, Rob Schneider has developed his what if powers to the max.
Maybe Rob Schneider's the villain.
Actually got combat skills.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider's the villain.
He took over the democracy of the country. And
what if I killed you and took over this place?
Yeah. What if your brother died? Your little brother died.
What if you're next?
What if I took Kelly Hu and made her my own, like I always originally planned?
That's a vision that I have all the time. Oh man, but yeah, man, make a dark sequel.
I'll get right on that.
I'm in. I love this idea. Bang out that script.
All right.
All of these guys need work.
Someone give me my phone. Call Hollywood now.
I can't think of a single actor in this movie who doesn't need the money right now.
You're right.
Nobody's going to those Rob Schneider shows. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. That one guy and they went to it. I can't remember who it was, but this one I didn't really like.
Yeah.
Because they got a Rob Schneider comedy shows.
He said the echoing was terrible. The empty stadium.
Oh. I bet you it was packed, bro. This guy drove to Birmingham to see Snyder. Anyways, besides being over the top silly, the action in it was actually decent. Like Ernie Reyes Jr. was a badass. Like I said,
because they're real martial artists.
Yeah. It looked clean. It was good, and as silly as it was, it wasn't just that was the difference with Three Ninjas.
Yeah,
it wasn't some like kids who knew basic karate and just pretending to beat up these just dumb handicapped ninjas. It was just them actually beating the shit out of people.
See, the difference for me, the difference between this and Three Ninjas, even though unequivocally I know that these characters were in no danger in either movie, right? But it's just something about Three Ninjas. I knew that they were never in any danger. There was no consequences ever, right? But in this, even though I know the way the movie is going to end from like the first frame, I felt like there was still more danger because even though these bad guys were putties still punched the Power Rangers every now and then, right?
Yeah.
So I felt like there was still a little bit of danger involved in this.
Yeah, they weren't children. They weren't completely children. I mean, because it was like you had two little Jackie Chans in the movie,
right?
Fighting. You're like, okay, stuff's gonna happen. But I mean, the uncle gets shot, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I totally believe that these guys, even though they probably aren't, have the potential to actually stab these kids.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I feel like their swords were real.
Yeah.
Even though their guns were fake. Their swords were real.
Well, they just had cap guns. And
right. Mac actually gets punched around a little bit. There was actually stakes.
Yeah. Yeah. Rob Schneider could have died at any moment.
Yeah. And I would have been okay with it. Rob Schneider could just get hit by a bus today and I would not care.
Whoa.
Was that too much?
That's in the movie.
Oh.
In the movie.
Yeah, in the movie. No. I hate Rob Schneider.
Why? Was it because of the Sandler movies? You not like his one-liners? You can do it!
No, I don't give a shit about Rob Schneider. I don't think he's funny.
Dude, you didn't watch Rob Schneider as a stapler?
Rob Schneider is the stapler.
You should watch The Animal sometime. You'll like it.
Oh, fuck you. No.
What's my pick?
No, this was your pick. Actually, this was... Actually, now that I remember, this podcast was sponsored by Adventure Every Day.
Yeah, thanks for sponsoring Adventure Every Day. This is your suggestion.
This is definitely your suggestion.
And I'm definitely picking a Rob Schneider movie next time.
Make sure you check out their Twitch stream.
Yep. This is the second Schneider movie we've done. I like this trend.
Is this the second Schneider movie we've done?
We did Judge Dredd.
We did do Judge Dredd. Man, I totally blocked him out of that movie.
We need more Schneider. We need him in a main role.
Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No. Please.
Yeah.
I beg you.
It's over. It's over.
It's over. You already lost.
You think you can just walk around here with all that thickness?
No consequences?
No consequences?
Fucking fine. What Rob Schneider movie do you want to do?
I don't care. I'm joking.
How many Rob Schneider, like solo Rob Schneider movies are there? There's Deuce Bigalow. There's The Animal.
I enjoyed Deuce Bigalow.
What other ones are
there? Was another one around The Animal. Oh, there was The Hot Girl. Yeah. So yeah, he did. It was right around when he did The Animal.
Wasn't that
It was a Hot Girl too. No, it's the one where he.
It's Jack Black.
No,
is it not?
No. So Rob Schneider. It's a body swap movie. He swaps bodies with this teenage girl, and it's a chick from Mean Girls. It's one of the bitches from Mean Girls, right? And he starts going around in the chick's body and like pretty much prostituting and doing stripping and stuff like that and robbing guys. and then Rob Schneider's playing is this girl now, right? So he has to pretend he's a teenage girl, but he has like hair everywhere, and he's just it's silly. It's real silly.
Okay, there's only like 3, right?
There's not a lot. No, he does a bunch of side stuff. So.
Yeah.
He mainly does stand-up comedy. That's where he really shines.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I don't really hate this that much.
No. Honestly, I mean, I don't want to watch it again anytime soon.
Oh, I'm never watching this again.
But if it's randomly on, and I'm like, oh shit, Surf Ninjas. I'll put it on.
This is probably the first time I watched this in almost 25 years at least.
I can't remember the last time I watched it, but I know I watched it quite a bit as a child. It was one of those I had on VHS. And I was like,
I know I watched this when I was a kid, but I don't remember watching this when I was a kid.
Oh, I remember it.
So,
because I used to go automobile surfing all the time as a child.
Yeah, but
with paddles.
Yeah, it's not forgettable. I'll give it that much. I'm not going to. I didn't remember it because I was a kid back then, but now that I watched it as an adult, I'm never going to forget this. It's burnt into my mind.
If they had taken M. Bison,
yes,
go characters on that level, and put him in this, it would have been fantastic,
dude.
If Leslie Nielsen, I mean, nothing against Leslie Nielsen. He does comedy normally, silly, over the top, funny.
Raul would have killed this,
but Raul would have been amazing.
Holy crap, dude!
Yeah.
Oh,
it'd have been great.
Oh, why don't we get him in this and instead of Street Fighter? Jesus.
I mean, honestly, I'm glad he was in Street Fighter though. We got one of the best lines ever. So, but yeah. If they had had a better villain, I think it would at least been a little more entertaining.
Yeah,
it would have been better. But as bad as
Leslie Nielsen just wasn't chewing scenery.
No, he was just was just there getting a paycheck.
I felt like half of M. Bison's lines were improvisation and scenery chewing, and it was amazing.
It was great. Yeah,
yeah. This needed that so bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Leslie was just there for. He's just there. Like, okay. I'm cashing that check.
She just broke my heart, man. But he couldn't have needed the money this bad. But anyways, I'm never going to watch this again. But I don't hate myself for having watched it.
You say that, but in 10, 15 years from now, and you have a kid, I'm going to be like, hey, go watch this with your daddy.
No. No, it's okay. Well, we're going to visit Uncle Derek at his funeral.
I'll be long dead. I'll leave an email the trigger.
But yeah. But yes, this was sponsored by Everyday Adventure. Make sure to hit them up on Facebook and Twitch.
Yep.
Let them know we sent you.
Yeah.
And make sure you hit us up on, all the places you listen to our podcast. And all the thumbs up and likes on the Facebooks and the Googles and the tweets and Twitters and all that stuff.
The YouTubes.
And yeah, the YouTubes.
However you want to do it. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time.
See you later.
Bye.